Okay, just now I managed to summarize for you, okay, what is the meaning behind conjugate as well as rationalize. Alright, so we're going to do some work example right now. First thing, let us take a look at 1A. What's the idea behind rationalize? Just one.
You multiply by the square root number. Same.
Okay, you multiply by the square root number. Okay, but why do we need to do that?
To remove the root.
Very good. I want to remove the root term at the denominator. Alright? Remove root term at denominator. Because I don't want to see any root term. Or you all can say, I want to see rational number. That's all. Alright? So, like what Jasvan said, I need to multiply by, again,
Square root 3.
square root 3 over square root 3. Okay? Numerator times numerator. Denominator times denominator. So, numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. But please remember to reduce to lowest term because 12 is divisible by 3. We will get a 4 root 3. Final answer. Alright? So this one, quite straightforward. Just get rid of the root term. But B is a more likely question. Do you see any root term at the denominator for B? Yes. So our job to rationalize is not as easy as part A. What must we multiply? We must multiply by the C word. Conjugate. Nosham, what is the conjugate of 4 plus root 5? 4 minus root 5. 4 minus root 5. Again. Alright? Numerator times numerator. Denominator times denominator. Alright? So after numerator times numerator, you will need to simplify and remember to use the trigo identity. When two conjugates multiply together, you will get a rational number. So you will not see any root term at the denominator and make sure you leave it as a final answer after you simplify. So first thing, for C, most of y'all did this. You need to rationalize by multiplying by the conjugates. I saw this. But I also saw a lot of careless mistake. First thing, numerator times numerator. Most of y'all did this immediately. Denominator times denominator. But I have to be very careful. Remember, write the first term square minus the second term square if you use the identity. Alright? After that, then I simplify the bracket. 2 square, 4. Square root 6 is square, you have 6. 4 times 6 will give us 24. Am I right? Minus 9. Then I need to simplify further. 10 root 6 plus 15 divide by can I leave this as a final answer? Why no? Okay, not the simplest form. Luffy say can divide by 5 on top, divide by 5 below. Am I right? Okay, very good. So divide by 5 on top, divide by 5 below. Can this be the final answer? Yes. But I want to recommend an alternative answer. Okay? What's an alternative answer? So for part D, you can rationalize each fraction. But very long. Need to rationalize twice. And you have to be very careful. But you will still get the answer. Alright, if you are careful. Method 2, I change it to common denominator, single fraction, then you rationalize. But A, you realize after you change to common denominator, no need to rationalize. Why? There is no more surd at the denominator because some of the terms will cancel off if you change it correctly. But there is a reason. So I'm going to zoom into the reason right now. Then I'll do method 3. Notice, this first denominator and the second denominator, are they related? How are they related, Adrian? They are both conjugate, but how can you see? How can you see they are conjugates of each other? What can you do? How about I rearrange? If I rearrange this second one, 4 plus 3 root 3. Can you see that this one and this one are exact conjugates of each other? That is the reason why you multiply together in single denominator, it will be gone. But my method 3 will be faster because I don't need to do term by term expansion. So I'm going to do method 3 now. So what does method 3 require me to do? Common denominator, but I'm also multiplying by the conjugates. So after that, for part D, you will just need to simplify and open out all the bracket to get to the final answer.